Last question. So you mentioned no candidates for WA.
No candidates for WA.
And you've detailed the reasons. So what's happening with the national tour then? Are we going to see
so what happened was we were looking at candidates for WA state election coming up in March, and that would have knocked March out of the way, February and March, because we would have had to get into WA to do some heavy duty campaigning. Unfortunately, the candidates fell through. As I said, some good ones, some not so good ones, doesn't matter. We're now not contesting the WA state election simply because the people didn't want to. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So that's now freed up the month of March for us. We've had some realigning to do on the eastern seaboard. The Victorian tour now will be in March, which is great. So we're using the rest of February to prepare for that. And so we'll do the Vic tour in March. We'll have all the tours done by about May. And then we launch very enthusiastically for the election coming in October, November. So that's the outline plan for the next 12 months. So March, Victoria, then we're going to do WA, NT, SA and Tas, knock it all over by about May, and then we're still doing the foundational work for the election. We're working very hard on that right now.
Yeah.
A lot of work being done behind the scenes. And then, but we start getting a bit public from about June onwards, I say. But understand this, and there's a lot of frustration out there with the A1 people because they want to see results. Now, folks, you've got to understand this. And Joel, as a builder, will know this. The deeper the foundation, the taller the building you can put into that hole. And if the foundation is shallow, you are literally limited to the height that the building can be, unless you start throwing buttresses up, and that's expensive. If you dig a deep foundation, in fact, a good architect can look at the depth of foundation and tell you exactly how many stories you can put on that foundation. So a lot of the work we're doing is that subterranean work. There's a lot of hard work going down at the bottom level. There is still work for A1 members to do, not members, supporters, because we have no members yet because the party's not formally up. So everyone's just a supporter. But there's still plenty of work to do.
Yeah.
And I've said it 100,000 times and I'll say it again. Letterbox drop. Raise awareness. Step one. They know, like, trust, but know first. So it's just print out some docs, run it past your state coordinator and make sure it's okay. It's consistent with our branding, the right colours, the right font, the right message. Print it out on your home printer and start letterboxing your electorate.
Yeah.
Raise awareness first. People want to protest. People want to do this. Great. It means nothing. Once again, for the last time, if we have a protest and 1,000 people turn up, we have a problem. If 10,000 turn up, the police have a problem. If 100,000 people turn up, the police have got a problem. If 1 million turn up, we win. And we need to get to that 1 million. It means so even the corrupted media can't lie.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Guys, this actually concludes the first half of the show. Because there's, as I said at the start of the show, there's 4 topics we can't cover. That's the January 6th storming of the Capitol. That's election fraud. That's the Q conspiracy theories, and it's also who won the US election. We can't discuss those things. So a lot of those things we're going to talk about, and sorry, one of the ones was we can't talk about vaccines and all that. We can't talk about that stuff, so we're going to have to take it to Subscribestar. So click the link in the bio if you're on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, go to YouTube and then click the link in the bio for Subscribestar. And the whole show will be there. I've reduced the rate to allow you guys to watch it for just a cup of coffee a month, which is nothing because there'll be an hour every week of additional content you won't see anywhere else. But we'll be continuing this conversation over there for another hour. Next week, we will be doing questions for you guys to allow you guys to get a bit of access. I know a lot of people are very frustrated they can't get to Riccardo. Well, that'll be your chance. So make sure you're ready for that. It'll probably be Thursday next week. And who knows, maybe we'll have a special guest.
We'll look, don't complain because my kids say, Dad, can we have a politics-free day, please? So you're not the only ones fighting for my attention. I get what the kids are, they're missing out too. So we're doing our best.
What do you say to the kids? No, it's not.
Oh no, I just drop the pen and do whatever I've got to do.
Yeah, we found
a caterpillar on the kitchen floor because we grow tomatoes in the back garden. This is a tomato caterpillar. Yeah, and so we did it because we homeschool. We stopped everything, and this became an opportunity for us to examine the life cycle of the caterpillar. Yeah, to the pupa, to the moth and all that sort of stuff. So we take the opportunities as we can take them. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, guys, homeschooling might be the way to go. I mean, Riccardo was telling me a story about one time you were teaching the girls about the chemical, what was it, the periodic table and the different elements on it.
maybe it might be something you have to investigate if you have kids. But Rick, we'll be back for a second hour. For those of you, go to Subscribestar and we'll go from there.